K-Pasta.
K-Pasta show, we're ready to go. Y'all asked last week to give you some more. So I'ma flow, we keep it low. Oh, on freestyle for free, come on.
Welcome to the K-Pasta podcast, everybody. I'm your host, the ringleader, K.
And I'm the extraordinary sidekick, Action Pack.
And we been away for a while. We back. We got another trending topics of the week for y'all.
You know.
So we're gonna get right into it. You ready to go?
Happy Jones Tank, we're a little late though.
You ready to go?
Ready to go, son. Pass me the rock.
Let's get into it.
K-Pasta.
So what's good? We're gonna talk about the killing at the restaurant, the Subway.
The first thing we want to talk about in Atlanta, 36-year-old went into a Subway restaurant and shot a 26-year-old and a 24-year-old woman. And it was a 5-year-old kid in the Subway, at that time. Mm-hmm. So, it seems like more and more every time we do a podcast, we have a bunch of
killings is going all around.
Deaths. It seems like everything that's trending for every week is always centered around deaths.
Yeah.
And this is a tragic incident that happened in the black community, I should say. In the black community, it seems like we can't settle our differences without resorting to violence.
Yeah, I agree.
And that is like a revolving door of violence. Like, even when it comes to things as simple as a sandwich and how it's made, someone would resort to more than a cursing out, more than a slapping or throwing the sandwich at them.
Want to take a life.
You actually feel the need to go to your car and get your gun, or either pull the gun out or your hip and shoot the person. So, we gotta pray for our country, man. They gotta pray for our community, because it's getting out of control. Once you see things like this, I mean, crimes that's committed murders that's committed or shootings that's committed while in the act of a crime is one thing. Gang violence is one thing, but when you start killing people over sandwiches, it's something that's
senseless.
Just something that you can't.
How many times my sandwich has been messed up?
What do you think the reason was behind the shooting? Do you think it was more of I'm upset about the way you made my sandwich? Or do you think it was more of the words that happened after I let you know, hey, you messed up my sandwich.
Yeah.
And then was it something that you said to me? Because it has to be about more than
that
okay.
Too.
We
don't got video evidence of it. It would be nice if they put out the video footage of what actually happened. Then we could understand a little better.
Regardless of what happened, I'm not saying it was justifiable.
Yeah, it wasn't justifiable.
But was it, you put too much mayonnaise on my sandwich, so I'm gonna go get my gun and kill you? Or was it because I went back in there complaining about my sandwich and you said some disrespectful stuff to me? Because I just can't believe that a man would kill another person, human being, over too much mayonnaise on the sandwich.
Mental issues.
It's definitely something mental, but I'm betting that it was more to it than just the mayonnaise. It could have been the words that was said after he informed the the person about the sandwich. Or he could have said, hey, every time I come in here, y'all messing up my food. And the person could have said, well,
Go to Jersey Mike.
well, we got a clip of that. What happened in Atlanta. Y'all check out this clip.
While police have a suspect in custody, there are still outstanding questions about that person. And Latasha Givens is live for us at Atlanta Police Headquarters. And this is a story so many people have been following. Latasha, what have you learned today?
Well, Jennifer, it was business as usual on Sunday at that Subway until the customer started shooting at workers. This not only devastated other co-workers, their families, but also people in the area are now concerned about their own safety. And one of the things that they want to know is more about the suspect who police say is responsible. Some of the biggest questions tonight in this case involves the man arrested in connection with the shooting that killed Brittany Macon and seriously injured her co-worker Jada Statham. Typically in cases like this, police release a suspect's name within 24 hours and the suspect has a first appearance before a judge within 48 hours. But even though 11 Alive has repeatedly asked Atlanta police about the suspect, we're told again today they cannot release his name. APD would also not answer our questions about the charges he's facing and if he has a criminal history. The owner of the restaurant told 11 Alive yesterday the man arrested was a customer who had been at the restaurant before and that he opened fire on workers Sunday evening because he was upset about the amount of mayo on his sandwich.
I don't know what the world is coming to. Everybody wants to carry a gun. Everybody wants to, scare somebody with a gun. It's just, it's scary out here.
Family members describe Macon as a daughter, sibling to 4, and a hard worker. They say she had just started the job at Subway 3 weeks ago and was not only friends with the other worker who was injured, but they were also roommates. We are hoping to speak with the Macon family when they arrive in town. And we also asked the owner of that Subway about indoor surveillance video, and we were told there's not any. We'll continue to bring you updates as they become available. Live at APD headquarters, I'm Latasha Givens.
Yeah, I was just talking about them needing surveillance cameras in the store or a restaurant, so you can always catch everything going on, which I don't know why they wouldn't have surveillance cameras in there.
We got to pray for our country, man. This is crazy. Over some mayonnaise, you're going to kill somebody, a young lady. Life just started with brothers and sisters, and then shoot a roommate.
Yeah. And she only been there, 2 weeks?
Come on, man. As a nation as a whole, we got to do better. So we're going to pray for our family. And next, we want to talk about something I can't compare the two because there's more deaths. Something that happened in San Antonio, Texas. I can't even. Over 40 people died in the back of a tractor trailer trying to make it to the United States. And I heard a clip of the mayor saying that he blamed President Biden.
Yeah.
Was it the mayor that said that?
The mayor of San Antonio, right?
So yeah, he blamed President Biden for the deaths of the people that died in the back of the 18-wheeler, over 40 people.
Which I don't know how you could blame him.
And it could be some more deaths. I think it was like 60-some people in the back of the 18-wheeler and 40 were dead.
Yeah. No, over 40.
Over 40 were dead. And when they found the 18-wheeler, one person was outside and everybody else was inside. And the person laying outside was already dead. And everybody else were inside. And some people that were inside were alive, but it was like 10 people.
Yeah, illusion.
A little bit more. But they say they have 3 people in custody. And my question is, when I first heard about one person being outside, laying on the ground, and the rest of the people inside.
But then they said the door was cracked, so
yeah, I'm
wasn't it like
kinda
a skinny person that kind of got out?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Was it a skinny person that everybody pushed on the door, and they got the skinny person out, hoping he could open the door, and he just collapsed?
Oh no. And it was over 100. If it's over 100 degrees there, then you can imagine how hot it was in that trailer.
Over
was a
100
full
degrees that
furnace.
day. We talking about Texas, one of the hottest states in the United States. And I'm thinking, if this one person made it out, why didn't he open the door? Or, well, did they suffocate? Did they die from suffocation, or was it just
What they say,
heat strokes, or
probably all types.
or
of stuff.
did he die when he was trying to get out and it suffocated because the space on the trailer was too small for him to fit through, and that killed him? Or did he get smushed by the door?
Probably try their best to push him out too.
And did they kill him that way?
It could have been all types of things that happened.
Well, they say they have 3 people in custody. I'm wondering about that too, because we need some more information on this case as well, because I'm thinking if they have 3 people in custody, where were those 3 people at the time? Because they said that whoever found the trailer, they heard cries for help, saying, "Come help us, we stuck there." So were the people that they arrested there?
They probably were the
And-
drivers.
and
the people
just
that were
wouldn't open-
transporting.
Yeah, but I'm saying that somebody found the trailer because they heard people hollering for help. I'm assuming that wasn't the drivers. That was somebody totally different. But in order for them to lock some people up that I'm assuming were the drivers, where were they at this time? Why didn't they open the door?
Just off of assumption, I would think it probably was 1 or 2 drivers already. Could have been 3 guys in the cab, but somebody probably walked up and saw what was going on and called the police, border patrol, whatever.
Yeah, but why are the drivers still sticking around when you know you got dead people and one guy outside on the ground? You gonna still stick around, or you gonna walk off?
They probably illegal too.
Yeah,
They're
but
probably
they
just
not
like,
gonna
yo,
just sit there and wait for the police to come lock me up. I mean, come on, they doing criminal activity. They in the process of doing something illegal. In commence of doing an illegal activity in most states, you're gonna be charged with murder if somebody died while we doing something illegal. So they gonna be charged with murder. So would they sit around and wait for the police to come arrest them and charge them with murder of 40 people, knowing you never gonna get out of prison again?
You know how people is, man.
That's a tragic. This is a tragic situation. It's one of the worst situations for this week, and
'Cause that's a lot of deaths.
that's a lot of deaths at one time. It's almost like it's more people that was in the mass shooting, and it's like just as many people as a terrorist attack. We talking 40 people, human beings. And they say a lot of them were women. I don't know how many children there were, but they said that they put steak seasoning on their body so that the dogs wouldn't smell them in there. So we talking about people, just imagine, people in the back of an 18-wheeler. Everybody got steak seasoning sprinkled on their body.
And
So it's smelling like steaks in the air.
And it's 100 degrees outside. And
Yeah, it's
you
smelling
know
like
it's hot
steaks in the
enough.
air.
Crazy.
And then I'm assuming that's killing some of the oxygen, because you can't mix certain smells with oxygen. I mean, it's like hard to breathe. Like when you cooking something, you don't get the same oxygen level. Like, come on, man. I mean, it's a
I ain't no scientist.
I guess
so
they
don't
use
know
it when they trafficking drugs. I guess people use coffee to hide drugs in. I never heard of steak seasoning before, but I'm guessing they know that the dogs can't smell that too. So they use that as well. But it was a bad idea. For everybody involved, it was a terrible idea. And it's something that it reminds me of the when the people they get on those boats, you see them on the news, and there be a whole lot of people on the boat, and the boat turn over. You know, when people be trying to escape their country, trying to get over here to another country.
I'm gonna let y'all know America ain't that great. We're struggling over here too, y'all.
But this is a sad situation, and we're gonna send our prayers out to everybody involved in this situation, except for the traffickers, because it's partly the blame is on you. And I want to get back to the mayor of San Antonio putting the blame on saying it's Joe Biden fault. It's a lot of stuff out there that's Joe Biden fault now. I said it in previous podcasts before that Joe Biden would up this country. Now, that's documented. I said that in episode 2 when we first started doing the podcast that he was messing up the country. I thought he was going to do a good job when it first started. But
it's been going downhill.
This situation right here, I can't put this on Joe Biden. I got to put this strictly on the traffickers, the smugglers that's smuggling in these people that wouldn't let them out that trailer when you know it's over 100 degrees outside and you still trying to be sneaky or whatever, and you putting money over the value of human lives. I blame this on those people involved in this scheme, not Joe Biden in this case. So once again, that's one of the terrible things that happened this week, and we do the weekly reviews every week, the things that's trending, and we're gonna show y'all a clip of that, what happened for those who haven't heard about it. Let's check out this video.
We're not supposed to open up a truck and see stacks of bodies in there. None of us come to work imagining that.
This has become the largest mass casualty investigation in our city, at least in recent history. Now, first responders arrived to the scene to see stacks of bodies dead inside the semi-truck. Homeland Security is now handling this investigation of who's responsible, but we are told 3 people are in custody. Fire investigators say the bodies were hot to the touch. There was no sign of water in the truck or even refrigeration. Everyone was suffering from heat exhaustion. 16 people, including 4 minors, were transported to nearby hospitals. They were alert. Fire officials say those people are still alive. They were too weak to be able to get themselves out of the semi-truck.
Greg Abbott said these deaths are on Joe Biden. They're a result of his deadly open border policies.
Well, absolutely. And last night brought back a lot of bad memories for me. That's the worst day of my life. I actually stood in the back of a tractor trailer at a crime scene with 19 dead migrants at my feet, including a 5-year-old little boy that suffocated to death. These cases are similar, both locked in a steel box, no water, they weren't using the air conditioner that worked, and people died horrific deaths. And I want to see, it angers me, because I want to see the Secretary of Homeland Security come out to press today, come out and give a statement, and continue to lie to the American people that this border is secure and it's closed, that you have operational control of the border, that your policies are safe, orderly, and humane. Because the fact is, your policies have caused record illegal immigration. The more people that cross that border, the more that die. So under this administration, they broke a lot of records. A record number of migrants have already died under Joe Biden, over 700. Now add 46 more to it. A record number of Americans that have died from drug overdoses come across that open border. This administration is breaking a lot of records. The records are all bad. Historic illegal immigration. By the end of this fiscal year, we're going to have close to 4 million encounters. Add to that another million gotaways. That's 5 million. This administration their policy is inhumane. And that's why to this day, I support President Trump. When he was president, we had the most secure border in my lifetime, a 40-year low. Illegal immigration down 83%. When you secure the border at that level, you save lives. Save lives. So I'm sick and tired of this administration telling me how humane their policies are and how secure the border is.
Cap. Well, I think the guy made some good points, some valid points. You say it's cap. Why you say it's cap?
Some good points.
Well, why you say it's cap? You got to talk about
he
it. That's
overdone
what
it.
this show about. It's about debating. It's about what's going on. Why you say it's cap?
You know he overdone it.
I mean, why you say he OD'd on it? What's the problem?
All the presidents on.
What is the
messed up.
problem?
You
Because
gotta
the
talk
man,
about-
I'm not a Trump supporter by any means, but the guy is
Cap.
making some valid points. Because for
Fit it,
one,
Cap.
when he said the part where he said a lot of people dying from overdoses, if you got people going in the borders, bringing in the borders, coming in the borders, more freer
Did
than they
see
used
all-
to.
did you
Hold
see
on,
all-
let me make my point. Yeah, if you got people coming in the border freer than they used to be, and they bringing in fentanyl, that's the most dangerous threat to our community. All types of people, kids, my kids, whoever want to pop a Percocet or whoever want to sniff some powder, and that's all they do. They don't do fentanyl. But they pop a pill one time out with their friends, they could die. And the fentanyl coming in here more than I ever seen it in my life. I didn't even know what fentanyl was 5 years ago. So with the borders open like it is now, once the fentanyl came out, I think it was a good idea to, not saying stop the immigrants from coming in legally, but I think the people, a lot of them that come in, bring a lot of illegal drugs when they come.
Reagan era.
So I'm
had
saying
started.
fentanyl wasn't out when the Reagan era started, and that was the
about the heavy drugs,
CIA
everything.
bringing in cocaine. So that's a whole different
Yeah,
topic.
he's still bringing in drugs. Don't
But
shut us down though.
but
But he talking about this the most.
what he's
death.
saying is,
But what about when they
the
was when Trump era when they was shooting everybody at the damn borderline?
we talking? We ain't
That's what I
talking.
was saying with Cap when he talked about like the deaths and everything. Cause they was straight up shooting people.
It's more
kids out- the
deaths
kids
now
out there
because
by
of the
themselves.
border. Now because it's just fentanyl without people dying in trucks. That's the number one problem on the streets right now for everybody that pops pills, do any type of illegal drugs, is fentanyl. You only got one chance to try something with some fentanyl in it.
I mean, with the drug.
With a stronger border, it would be less
fit.
fentanyl on the streets.
How you figure that?
What you mean? How I figure that? With a stronger border, it'll be less fentanyl on the street. Come on, that's where the fentanyl come from, most of it, from Mexico.
They finding ways around all that stuff.
I don't see your point
none of them
because
people that died
you gonna have to
had
make your
fentanyl in the. Did they say anything about
The man
fentanyl
said
in the trailer?
The man said that with
He twisted the whole
Biden, he was
thing.
blaming it on
Cap.
Joe Biden. The issues, and he said the drug issue, along with people dying trying to cross over, combined is more deaths than he ever seen before. That's what
But
he
it was
said.
mad deaths in the Trump era over the same stuff.
It's more now. It's more fentanyl. Every time you look on the news, or every time you look on our local news, somebody getting locked up with fentanyl. We ain't never used to see that before. It used to
Yeah, of
be
course.
crack, cocaine,
It's always
marijuana,
always something new.
heroin. It used to be crack, cocaine, marijuana, heroin.
Bath salt.
Now
always something new.
people
They-
have
they-
more
they
than
come
one
out more.
chance to try a bath salt. You know what I'm saying? Now you get a whole level pill with some fentanyl in it, you dead. If you sniff some cocaine thinking you sniffing some regular cocaine and that cocaine got fentanyl in it and you don't know the difference, you dead. You don't get a second chance to sniff some what you thought was regular cocaine. You don't sign.
We need
even
Obama
though you
back.
trying to get high, you don't think that, hey, this cocaine got fentanyl in it. You just thinking you tried cocaine 1,000,000 times before. You a cocaine addict. You don't expect to die from sniffing this little bump of cocaine, but it has fentanyl in it. And until they straighten up the borders in Mexico, it's just going to be everywhere. You might just get a dollar bill with some, or your kids. You know how you give your kid $1 or somebody say, happy birthday, here go a $5 bill to your kid. And that kid has that $5 bill has some fentanyl on it because somebody put some fentanyl on it to keep it for a while and then just spent it at the store. It still has fentanyl residue on it. Now somebody get that $5 bill to your child and they put their hands in their mouth because all kids put their hand in their mouth without washing their hand. Now they dead because of fentanyl making it into the United States.
Getting worse and worse no matter what. No matter how much
that ain't true.
Border,
you can't
it's been doing this our whole life.
You can't say things gonna get worse and worse no matter what because
it's been doing it our whole life. When has it stopped?
You can say COVID came out. Okay, they came up with a solution to COVID, or not a solution, or something that helped curve COVID, shots and masks and stuff. It didn't get worse and worse no matter what. It went down because we did something about it to try to save people's lives. Things don't get worse and worse no matter what. The topic is border security. That's the topic. Stay on topic. The man said since Biden was in there, it's been softer at the border. In turn, more drugs getting in here. And the most deadliest one, I ain't gonna say we don't care about the other drugs that used to come in, but when they started bringing that fentanyl, we talking about a whole different animal.
Watch what happened once we strengthen the border, which we have.
So what you think?
Over and over. But watch what's gonna happen.
The border's getting weaker.
The more we strengthen it.
The border's getting weaker.
Don't we got a wall?
Not saying I agree with this.
What happened to the wall?
This guy right here because he's saying it's Joe Biden's fault. The topic, if he would have stayed on topic, the topic was
it's a miracle.
The people that got in the trailer. You know what I'm saying? The people that died in the trailer. If he would have stayed on topic, then it's the smuggler's fault that the people died in the trailer. He took his opportunity to throw shots at Joe Biden. And some of the shots he threw, I agree with, because they need to tighten up the border. Because this incident aside, where the people died in the trailer, it's a major fentanyl drug problem coming from Mexico. And they need to do something. If they don't do nothing else, they need to stop that fentanyl from coming in the United States from Mexico. I know people going to say that fentanyl come from other places.
It get just as worse, even when they tighten it up.
I do know.
Like mass shootings, the more restrictions you do, the more mass shootings it is.
But you ain't understand what I'm saying. You talking about people getting shot or locked up at the border because they strengthening up the border. I mean,
since they straightened the border,
we ain't talking about
more
that.
Worse drugs.
I'm talking about.
If you look back.
No.
Yes.
Of course, we have some people being paid.
Yeah, we need to straighten
the
border. We don't need.
Of course, it's people that work for the border patrol that's getting money, that's in cahoots with the cartel. That say, hey, I know you got drugs. Go ahead, give me some money. We're gonna make sure you make it through. We're gonna let this truck get caught with all these drugs in it, and we're gonna let 10 trucks go by just to make it look good.
That
is happening.
The border patrol.
We know that's happening. That's always been happening. That right there probably will always happen because people money hungry on both sides. But everybody can agree that's in their right mind that this fentanyl problem is a new epidemic. It's a new animal. You were talking about crack at one time. Then that went to prescription pills, opioid crisis. Now it's the fentanyl problem because you only got one chance to get a hold of that fentanyl and you dead. You got one chance to get a hold of a drug with too much fentanyl in it and you dead. I know of a 19-year-old and a 23-year-old. I forgot how old the guy was. They thought they had in my section of my area where I live at. 19-year-old girl thought she had some cocaine. It was fentanyl, sniffed it, and died instantly. The 20-some-year-old boy, male, and the 18, 19-year-old girl died instantly from sniffing what they thought was cocaine turn out to be fentanyl. Now they dead. They don't get a chance to go to the hospital, OD, go to the hospital, recover, and go back home and never use drugs again. They sniffed it one time and they died from it. This is a new drug that's coming in, and I'm not saying Mexico is the only place where the fentanyl is coming from, because I know that's not true. I know it comes from China and different places. But a lot of it is shipped to Mexico and travel through the border to the United States by way of Mexico, because it's easy to get it in like that. So that's all I'm saying. The man has a valid point.
You pulled a false news.
The man has a valid point.
News.
Just because some people don't agree when people say they vote.
The whole strip.
See, this is what's wrong with America. When somebody say, I stand behind Trump, people throw all rationality out the window after they say anything else. Just because they're against Trump, they don't want to hear nothing else the man got to say. The man is saying that he had a different way of putting it than somebody else would have put it. But he's saying, tighten up the border because people dying. You know what I'm saying? He just blaming it on Biden because Biden got the power to do it. You know what I'm saying? I understand where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think nobody got the power. Much as they know,
people not going to understand until somebody in their family get a hold of this fentanyl, and then they going to be like, we need to do something. If your niece or your daughter or your son get a hold, or your cousin get a hold of this fentanyl, and they die from it because they sniffed it one time, you ain't going to blame the drug dealer that sold it to them. You ain't going to blame whoever they got it from.
So
you're going to blame
son, daughter, or
Joe
niece
Biden.
die from bleach.
But right now, nobody want to die. Nobody want to die. Nobody want to blame Joe Biden. But you got to blame the person with the power to make a change. Congress, the Senate, Joe Biden, got to blame somebody.
But this has been going on since the beginning of time. So
like, what you gonna say? The man
can't
wrong?
Blame anybody.
So what you saying is the man wrong for what he said?
The way he said it was wrong.
I mean, what part? What part?
The whole thing.
What part? What did he say that was wrong?
Because he was like, yeah, Trump, and then all this.
That's what I just said. Soon as I say Trump, soon as somebody say Trump, nobody want to listen to nothing else the people say.
Because the same thing
You just made my point.
Era.
You just made my
Trump
point.
Been
the first thing you said out your mouth was,
people would die
Trump.
from fentanyl.
Now
and
you don't want to hear what the man said.
They were killing people.
Because if he would never said Trump name, then it would have been no problem. You'd be like, yeah, he right.
When they tried to,
you just made my point.
When they tried to straighten the border, what happened? More fentanyl. Plus, they were killing people.
When
they were trying to build a wall and all this crap.
That was Trump trying to build a wall.
I ain't even say Trump name that time. I said when they were doing all this tightening
Trump
down.
was trying to build a wall.
And the stuff was just
Trump
as bad.
was trying to build a wall. A lot of people was against the build a wall.
Was just as bad.
Some people were for building a wall. I can't say I was for building a wall. I mean, I never thought that was a good idea. I never thought it was a bad idea.
Texas.
I never even thought about it like that's something that he wanted to do. But now I see that something need to be done because of the fentanyl. My main problem with the border is not racism, because I don't want Mexicans in the United States. That's not none of my problem.
What? Hey,
that's how people feel about Trump. They feel like, Trump, you wrong. You shouldn't want to build a wall because everybody has a right to freedom and to better their lives. I agree with that.
I don't agree with illegals.
But it's more to
like
it.
You need to put
it's
in
more
work to
to
get
it.
over here.
It's more to it than that. You know what I mean? It's the crime. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Mexicans commit crime. I'm saying somebody bringing the drugs in. It could be a black person bringing all the fentanyl from Mexico, for all I know. All I know is it's a lot of it coming in through the border.
It's all a setup to get the
I don't
black
care
man.
what color the person is that's bringing it in, but it's coming from Mexico.
I think you should volunteer to pay more
They
taxes.
need us. They need
take
it.
care of all this
See,
stuff.
you can't say, "Oh, just because I pay more taxes, then
No, you
just
should
let
like-
the fentanyl come in." If I gotta pay more taxes, that's what you saying.
No, I'm saying
You saying
no,
because I gotta pay more taxes,
I'm saying you should
then-
just volunteer, be like, yeah, we need to strengthen.
So
this.
you saying that you don't want to strengthen the border because you don't want to pay more taxes?
Oh yeah, I want to strengthen the border, but it's just we done seen this forever. Like
We ain't never seen this fentanyl
what's going on.
in the United States. You keep
so you
saying we've been
strengthen the border,
seeing this
it's gonna be something
forever.
Even worse.
It's never been a drug that you try one time
Drugs
and you
is getting
die.
stronger and stronger all the time.
It's never been a drug that you try one time and you die. Like fentanyl, heroin was like the closest thing, and it's nothing like it's 10 times. Fentanyl is 10 times stronger than that.
Well, we've been on this convo for a
It
long
should be
time.
a war on because it's serious. You got people dying. You telling me that it's a drug out here that's coming from Mexico that my daughter could get on her hands from a dollar bill and she could potentially die from it just by touching a dollar? Damn right, I'm saying we need to do something about that. Who wouldn't? What parent wouldn't?
So once you straighten it up and it comes
Just
from
because
everywhere
people
else,
don't do drugs, they don't see the
Yeah,
drug
what?
problem. Just
so
because
once it
drugs,
start coming in,
just because
all
drugs
around
don't
everywhere
affect
else,
people.
and then you know they're gonna get
You know,
even
you know,
stronger.
you know,
getting
you know.
through the
One thing
border.
I learned, growing up, if drugs don't affect some people, they don't care about stopping it.
Drugs affect everybody.
It don't affect everybody.
Drugs probably have
A lot of
affected
people that
everybody.
don't do drugs and they family
But you
members
been around
and they
family
family
member or
members
somebody
don't do
that has done
drugs.
drugs.
Everybody,
That's like-
family
that's
members.
hard.
We say everybody got family members that do drugs, but people don't even associate with all their family members. If you do have a family member that do drugs, you don't talk to them. You wouldn't talk to them if they didn't do drugs. That's how people are. People don't talk to everybody in their family. They don't care. It don't affect them.
Next.
All right, that's our take on that. Next thing we want to talk about is something on a lighter note that happened at the BET Awards this week, and it's been a lot of talk on the internet about this certain used to be a beautiful woman, used to have a beautiful body, and I want to stress the word body because that's the topic. The reason why she getting bashed so much on the internet, and I'm bashing on myself. Little Kim,
Yeah, she did too much.
what was that? I was watching the BET Awards.
Hot damn hoe, here we go again.
I was watching the BET Awards. You know, I didn't see the whole thing, but I did see the Puff Daddy
Yeah,
performance.
the bad boy.
He can't use the word daddy because I read that he was sued for using the word daddy because somebody else that lives in another country sued him for the name daddy, like a conflict of interest, and he can't use that no more. So he had to go back
Been
to
had that name for a long time too. Now he going back to Puffy. No, he like Love Jones. Or something.
yeah, he loved now, but I think he could use P Diddy. He just couldn't use the Diddy because it's already a Diddy.
Pay Mason's money, son.
But when he did that performance and Little Kim came out and that robot move, oh my God. That is the oldest, the first dance move that ever came out.
She didn't even come out on cue.
Ever since the invention of the robot, even the cartoon, the George Jetson, ever since the invention
My
of the
dad
robot,
used to do the robot.
everybody. That's the oldest dance. And for a woman to enhance her body, like make a bigger butt, get bigger breasts, I would think that if you're an entertainer, your goal would be more than just doing a robot. You would want to jiggle your butt. If you pay for a lot of butt, a bigger butt, nicer shape. Oh, what some people call nicer. I ain't saying this is a nicer one, but you will want to twerk. If you pay for a twerking butt, wouldn't you want it to twerk? Wouldn't you want to twerk? Why would you do the robot and you pay thousands for your butt?
Because you pay for the RoboCop.
I'm just saying, man, what did she do to herself?
Yeah, and I love
Come on,
Little
Little
Kim. I love
Kim.
her music.
I mean, I used
girl.
to not.
But that-
Some women that came up older than me, like Sade. I used to have a crush on Sade. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna tell you, I used to have a crush on Gladys Knight too. Was it Gladys Knight? Yeah, I think it was Gladys Knight as a kid coming up. But never had a crush on Little Kim. But
Paul.
she was a cute girl. Never had a crush on her though. But with that being said,
Little Kim was my homie. I love Little Kim. MC Light was my baby though. MC Light still my baby.
she was cute. But now she's not the same Little Kim as when she came out with Biggie.
Yeah.
And I don't even recognize
Not
her.
a crushing you anymore.
If I didn't know that was Little Kim already, I couldn't tell that was her.
Yeah.
If I saw her walking down the street, first of all, I would think it was a leprechaun. I would think it would, and okay, this is not the first leprechaun joke about Little Kim. So I'm trying to figure out who told her to put that green hair in her head.
They just stopped that dance, man. The dance over. It's over for that dance. Just stop.
I mean, Mary J is not a good dancer too, but we already know that's her dance. It
But
has
see,
way more moves.
I can't blame Mary J. Because Mary J. could dance, but she always trying to come out with them high ass heels and know damn well about
Man,
to break her ankle.
cap,
She about to catch
stop the cap.
Kyrie Irving.
Mary J cannot dance,
She used to
but
dance.
she has her own patented move. But she
Man,
can't
it's
dance.
them heels, man. She be trying to.
I mean, it's the heels too, but she can't dance. I'm pretty sure that's all she could do. So that's not a versatile dancer. But what I want to say
Ain't no
is,
Michael Jackson.
what I want to say is,
TLC.
I'm comparing the eras. When I say Mary J, the reason why I threw her in there because the eras like the same. Little Kim and Mary J, they was out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they was out together. You know, like
Mary J. a little earlier, but
she a little older,
yeah.
but they was out together. Mary J has more moves than I mean. I never seen with an entertainer with this. It's one.
But Mary J. had what it called choreography.
I don't
and
even
all
know
that
what to
stuff. She
say.
was more of a dance. Lil' Kim was more of a
I don't even know what to say about Little Kim.
mafioso.
I mean, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt that my era is this. What people from my era, this what it's come to? It's come to plastic surgery. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you somebody else I had a crush on. Vivica Fox. I used to think Vivica Fox was like the top thing out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now she got the plastic surgery too. But
Neil
don't-
Long, you still my baby, call me. That's right.
But
We don't use that plastic
the
surgery.
plastic surgery.
Tyra Banks was going ham on plastic surgery. She was like one of the first ones going ham on
I
plastic surgery.
don't know too many people that look good after they get plastic surgery.
I don't know
Myself,
what she look like now. Tyra Banks still around.
I'm pretty sure some people that look better after they get. I'm gonna tell you somebody who look damn good with plastic surgery. Dolly Parton. She about 90.
I'm trying to remember what Dolly Parton look like.
You know Dolly.
I know her,
Parton, man.
but when the last time I
How
sang
can
her?
you not know who Dolly
I know
Parton
she is. I'm trying to say,
No,
when
you
last time
don't.
you sang her?
I seen her.
She country singer.
She just accepted the award. First she said she didn't want to go in the Hall of Fame or something like that, and then she said,
when the last
"Yeah."
time I sang her.
It was months ago, not too long ago. This year, she was a trending topic this year
That's
because
what's up,
she did.
then.
She denied the award, and then she finally accepted the award, something like the Hall of Fame or some type of award like that. But shout out to Dolly Parton because you still look good to be 90. And plastic surgery, whoever is your plastic surgeon, That's who everybody need to go to. And stay away from Little Kim.
I don't think plastic surgery work for black people.
For the people that
Because the white people get plastic surgery to look like black
BBLs.
people, to look like black people, to get bigger butts, bigger lips and stuff. Black
It
people,
ain't
you don't
working
need to be
out
getting
for
plastic
everybody.
surgery, man. You
It ain't-
already got that.
it's not working out for everybody.
You'll
But,
develop soon. Just wait your time. Don't go out there and get all that plastic surgery and stuff.
well, for the people that don't know what we talking about, we got a clip of Little Kim. We got to show. We might get blocked for showing this clip, but check out this clip.
We love you, Little Kim.
Check it out.
Yeah, well, that was the iconic performance. We couldn't play the music right then. We didn't want to get no lawsuit from
Yeah, I
Diddy.
ain't want to play the
You know, Diddy is super
sort about the
quick.
Benjamin's beat, but
Just think about beating your head
I don't want
and them
to.
being off beat.
I don't want to bash women. I really don't. It's not my thing. I don't want to bash women on this show and talk about how bad it look. I mean, that's not my thing, but I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
Then we got button for that.
Hey, I'm just so sorry, man, because Little Kim, your hips too high for something. Either you too short for your hips, you from the front, your hips go out to the side too far, or something. It's something that's not right with the way your body looks. Now, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's not normal for a woman to look that way.
Maybe she get plastic surgery to go backwards.
I don't think there's no going back from that. And I hate to say it, but you're gonna be clown every time you make an appearance. And that's
I
my
love
take
you,
on
Lil'
that.
Kim.
I don't want to talk about it no more because it's not my thing to do stuff.
Kimberly Jones.
I don't want to talk about it no more. We're gonna move on to the next topic because it's not good to bash women, and I feel like that's what I'm doing at this point. So we're gonna keep it moving. All right.
All right, let's go to the. I know everybody's saying this. The woman that got mad at her baby daddy for bringing McDonald's for only his child and not the other siblings. I want to know how everybody feel about that.
Okay.
Now, me personally,
You personally.
I don't think he should have brought food for all the kids. But me personally, I would have brought food for the. I don't know, cause she had how many? 4 of them.
I think it was
Had three other siblings.
Yeah.
It was him and 3. I don't know. You might be beat. And especially if I'm paying child support, you really beat.
Maybe he didn't have enough money, but I can see how the woman could feel a way about the other kids because as a parent, you're supposed to love your kids equally.
Yeah.
And if you
So-
know it's going to hurt their feelings, then it's going to hurt your feelings. To know that their feelings are going to be hurt.
So she should have brought all of them some food.
She could have said if she from the video, before the guy got out of the car, she already knew he had McDonald's.
But he said he come there with
she could have said to him, look, since you're going to McDonald's, just get the kids this, and this, and I'll pay you. When I get my food stamps or I make up for it some kind of way, I pay you. Because in the video, she did say I don't got my food stamps yet. So maybe she didn't have the money to do that either. But she could have made some sort of deal, like if you have the money, then if you get them something too, I will pay you soon. I don't want to say that he had the money because I don't know, but I do want to say it's not his responsibility to take care of all the kids if he only has one child.
Not at all.
Because for one, he is being a father and feeding his child. Some parents are not in their kids' lives at all. So I see both sides, but I don't see
views, but I don't think she should bash them.
I don't think she should have made the video.
Yeah.
I got a problem with the video.
She kind of made herself look crazy.
Yeah, she did. I got a problem with the video. I don't have a problem with her feeling like that. I don't have a problem with the guy bringing only one burger for his kid. I have a problem with her going to social media with that problem.
Yeah. I probably just pick my kid up and be like, hey, we're going to go for a ride real quick. We went and brought him some food.
Yeah,
well, if he had time, it must have been he probably on lunch break. He probably had time to do all that. So it ain't no telling.
The man is trying to, I don't know the situation, but I'm assuming the man is trying to be a father to his child.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have got bashed for it. He shouldn't. And because I seen on the internet some women saying that he should have bought kids for food for everybody. But if he didn't have the money, and I've been to McDonald's before, if you get something for yourself and for other people, oh, it's gonna cost a lot.
Food getting crazy.
Food has went up. So as the person spending the money, I can see where he coming from. Like, I'm not spending all this money.
Man, they took the double stack off the 4 for $4, man. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not spending all this money on food for everybody, and I'm just eating a cheeseburger and a drink myself. I'm not spending $45 at no McDonald's. But it would have been a better idea if he had time to pick up his child and they go for a ride.
He would better off bringing a grill out there, telling her to use her EBT. And
she said she didn't have a food stamp yet.
Yeah, I know.
But it's people out there that jump to social media about everything. So this is one of those situations where you kind of play yourself, because I think it's more people that's against you, the post you made, then that's for you. Some people going to be for you. They understand your situation totally, and they on your side. But I think it's more people against you than for you for posting it.
Going both ways, but
yeah. But for those who don't know what we talking about, we have a clip of that, and we want y'all to check this clip out.
He only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's, but what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids at McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
John,
they ain't my kids.
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
So what are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help him. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Lisa,
them are his siblings
Lisa,
though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are their daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What do I
Yeah,
look like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f- I did.
Yes, you did.
Man, you expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me? First of all,
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
I am a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one fucking piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. Then he can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had one or two, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the? You all like going to my motherfucking account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna.
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They my. So that means
Yeah.
I take care of them.
So don't.
where's
No,
the-
I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel the way about him eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the
Send him down
room.
to the car. He ain't even got to eat for his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Bro,
Give it here.
Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why the you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish as a like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit.
All right, that was the video of a young man trying to be a father, and we need more young men out here like him that take care of the children that they help make.
Sure made some
Far
spaghetti,
as-
man. That would last about 3 days.
Far as the woman, I don't think she did the right thing. Like I said before, I'm not out here trying to bash women, but that crazy.
They cutting up
You
this
went
week. Cutting up this week.
I tried to bring some McDonald's, but you went crazy. God almighty, boy. Thank you, Jesus, that I ain't in that situation right there, boy. You got a hard road ahead of you. It's just like when women say that, or your people say, well, you lay down and you made a baby with this man, so you gotta deal with it. If your baby daddy ain't right, a good baby daddy, people say, hey, you lay down with him, he was okay at the time. You thought it was all right at the time. Same thing go for the man too.
Yeah.
You thought this was a good girl at the time. You lay down with her, made a baby with her. Now you got to deal with her throwing your food out in the street. So, men, just because it's okay at the time, it doesn't mean that it's going to always be okay. You may be dealing with a crazy woman.
Bipolar.
And in this situation, he tried. I condone this young gentleman for trying to make her understand where he was coming from, but she just couldn't understand. It didn't make sense to her. So I did call her crazy. So, I mean, maybe she's not crazy. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. But she couldn't understand where you were coming from. She is trying to protect her other children. She is being sentimental for her other children or about her children. I mean, she's trying to protect their feelings by not having one child eat in front of the rest.
Yeah.
But she couldn't understand where the man was coming from, and I could. I don't know, is it because I'm a man and I understood, or
I think she was just in that mood that day. She went into all the smoke mood that day for some reason. I think something else probably pissed her off.
You might be right, because
I think something else pissed her off.
she did say that he bring food all the time, and maybe one of the children said something to her, like, why my daddy don't never bring me McDonald's? Or, can I have a piece of your burger? And he say, no. This is my burger. I'm eating it all till your daddy bring you some burger.
Boy, Eddie Murphy stand up. We were like, we would dance with the joint and wouldn't share with the ice cream. I got my eyes.
Get your daddy to bring your own McDonald's. You have
why
a
she ain't
daddy.
call the other baby daddies or
Is your
whatever?
daddy locked up? Is he dead? The way crime is now, their father could be dead. Who knows? They might not have a father. He may be if they have one, he may be in prison. Maybe he's just their father's a deadbeat.
Cause if I was still with a woman, I would try to take care of all the kids.
Maybe their fathers do other things, just not McDonald's. Maybe they buy clothes. Maybe they buy a lot of shoes. Maybe they buy them books to read. Maybe their fathers buy them toys. You know what I'm saying? But just not McDonald's. So I just can't say that their fathers don't do anything because I don't know the situation. Maybe this is the worst baby daddy and all he do is bring McDonald's. For all I know. But the way the woman handled this situation, she should have left it off the internet because she was right in a way, and a way she was wrong. She was more wrong, in my opinion, than she was right. And that's our wrap up for the week. And welcome to the, well, not
Goodbye
welcome to the,
from.
yeah. Thanks for coming through.
Peace, love, and
the
happiness.
K-Pasa podcast. This has been brought to you by Robin's Hair Extensions. The weave that you need. We'll catch y'all next week. Lord willing.
All right.
Peace.